Hey, welcome back to Chaotic Knight Network. We are playing Immersion RPG tonight, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign, homebrew campaign at that. So, last time we played, not last week we took off for Independence Day, but last time we played, you were tasked with going to an island and wiping out a threat to the Dragon Masters.
Yep, it's a trap.
That was last time. We already know it was a trap. We fell in it.
So real quick, let's just go around and introduce the characters again, so everybody knows who everybody is, and we can go ahead and get started where we left off. Who wants to start? Denactum? Good. Thanks for volunteering.
I am Lorik, the elf who got punched last week.
Also,
He doesn't hold grudges either.
also throws.
Oh no,
magic
it's going
once
to
in a
change the whole thing. What's that? I'm a wizard. Sorry.
Also throws magic once in a while.
I throw magic a little bit. Throw it around a little bit.
All right, move around the table to your left.
Oh, I'm Dava, a halfling rogue, and I stick things with the pointy end.
I'm Loafer, the cleric / fighter without a god. ... Yeah.
Listen, I will be your god.
No, it's not
No,
how
no.
Okay.
And I'm Mike. I'm Amboth, your peaceful paladin.
Now.
The peaceful paladin. I like it.
Unless they make me mad and they're really evil and they just won't change their minds, then
Or if they're peacefully watching a duel.
Yeah.
I'm a complete pacifist, unless I'm really angry,
whoa.
or hungry, or tired.
Or, like, someone looks at me the
a
wrong way.
friend brings me into a fight.
Why is it me? He fought first.
I don't know that guy, sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know who this is.
Yeah, we
Go
have a
ahead
new
and
player joining
introduce
us.
yourself.
Right.
So they decided to get rid of the previous actor, and we have a new actor playing Jermoen. My name's Mike.
But you're not doing the Russian accent anymore?
Oh, I'll do a Russian.
Oh,
I thought about messing with people and going Scottish for a second.
Can't tell the difference.
Right.
It's like, what?
Now that you've been elevated to stardom, you've changed your look.
Right,
Just, throw the paparazzi's off.
Right. I'm Michael now. Yeah, playing Jermoen, Dwarven mage.
I still think we might have to demote you from dwarf now that you don't have a beard.
I know, it's so sad.
You're a gnome now.
Oh.
Take us off air.
That's the show.
That's show. Lots of blood this time.
He rolled a 20.
That's like the good old-fashioned have a day instead of have a good day.
All right. So, real quick too, we're trying to get up to 250 followers. So please spread the word. When we get to 250, we are going to be doing a special giveaway. So more details to come. But yeah, we're just getting going. We have, what are we? I can't math.
168.
So that's what, 82 followers away.
Oh, you were doing math. Never mind.
From where we began. I think we're actually up to like
What does that
170
even
something
mean?
already. So we're already starting to climb up there. So if you haven't already, tell your friends about us. Have them come and follow us
And subscribe.
and
Are we
subscribe.
giving a prize away to everybody?
Just to
Subscribe.
we're giving a prize away to a subscriber when we hit 250 followers.
To a subscriber.
So there is.
So you
And
need
the
to
last
subscribe to-
giveaway we did was a $150 box set. So there is that.
No small potatoes.
No. All right. So where we were was you had some really tough negotiations with some draconic beings that had some kind of infernal bloodline going, and
Now we were
you had
engaging
agreed to
into a
not
trap.
get the island of people that you were protecting wiped out completely by the draconic hordes. That you were going to go to this other island and end the threat that was there. Sound familiar? On the same page?
So we're walking into it. Well, we're paneling into a trap. Yes.
Been beaten.
And we'll get there. It's just like the Care Bears, and they're just gonna hug us.
They're spicy.
Right.
Yeah.
I see
With-
it going that way.
Yeah.
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 Probably with something sharp directly into the back as they hug. It's more of a hug stab motion.
Everyone has their chips who needs them.
I think we all still have chips, don't we?
No.
No.
People spent some.
Some of us almost died via
I don't
caterpillar.
remember. I have it
So
written
did-
down, but to be
Oh,
fair with that,
whatever.
I never really erased it.
We'll presume your innocence here. We'll give you your chip.
Yeah, I'm
Whoa,
sure somebody
it-
can go watch
I thought
the
it was
thing and they maybe
guilty
can
unless
correct
proven
us.
It's a
innocent.
new guy.
halfway
He gets a
through.
chip anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Totally
my
new
first time to be
character.
gentle. Do I get 2 of these?
Also, it means you're back at first level.
Oh.
No, it's a new. It's
I
not
get
a new
the chip?
character. It's a new actor.
To gain 3 levels?
All right. So yeah,
I'll
you
work
guys
on it.
had gotten the larger of the rafts you could find.
I was fashioning them into a more seaworthy vessel.
Right. With your shipbuilding skills.
They're just as
You take
good.
that at 4th level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rogue / shipwright.
Yeah.
It's a D&D class.
Maybe if I'd gone swashbuckler, he'd give that to me.
Right. So yeah, you guys are rowing on over.
Row your craft.
Raft.
Gently.
Is it like a raft or a
To
boat?
your doom.
It's like a
There we
raft.
go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything that could be maybe done about this?
I mean, it seems stable enough as long as you don't get out in rough waters.
Weren't we given a timeline when we had to be back?
2 days.
No, it was a little more.
4 days.
Yeah, it was like 4 days, I think, because it was a day. It was a day basically to get there.
Right.
2 days and then 1 day back.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Our
So
intentions
there
are
was
not
one
to
larger
pick a fight.
raft that we thought would fit most of everyone, and then there were some smaller rafts. But
Yeah.
the larger raft was the nicer of the rafts.
Yes.
So,
It's more of a luxury raft.
oh yeah, less likely to sink into the bottom of the sea where the dead hide.
It was very nice of you guys to give previous Mike's book to me. Maybe notes.
So before we get on the raft, though, I am going to collect 2 of the dragon lanterns, just in case with the island, since we can't see it from the lighthouse.
And
This is-
they seem to have less need for them now since the lighthouse is back up and
Right.
functioning.
This is my universal sign for lighthouse.
And probably food. And water. The same.
What?
We need a boat, not a raft.
Yeah, yeah. The villagers here are more than happy to help you out in any way they can.
Well,
you're
they
on a-
should.
Since you're on a big important mission for the Dragon Masters.
Right.
To not get village killed.
Right.
Also that.
Also.
Also, since we set them free.
Right.
Instead of keeping them captive. Stockholm Syndrome would have kicked in eventually.
Right. I think it's starting to now.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So the longer we leave them locked up, does the percentage go up for that to take effect?
I think you have to interact with them more though too.
Yeah, we can't just lock them and leave them.
They just
Put the lotion on the skin, that one thing, yes.
start getting really attached to the elevator.
The shimmer.
Yeah, that's
Shimmer's the best. So anywho,
So, yeah.
dragon lanterns on raft.
Yep. You guys head out there, and it's turns out difficult to paddle a raft like this, especially with a
Weird.
bunch of heavy armored people on it.
Don't know what they're talking about.
I weigh like nothing. I believe this thing.
It's also really hard because the dwarf sits right in the middle because he's terrified to fall in the water, so he's like just barely getting his oar in the water.
Or
Yeah, I weigh 38 pounds. The food weighs more than I do.
So yeah, it takes a better part of the day, but you follow the directions given, and you see a small island off in the distance. I mean, it seems small compared to the larger landmass of Jeroholm, which you skirt along the coast of, and the coast of it is pretty rocky cliff. Like you don't see a lot of good places to land, like your raft, where it wouldn't be probably smashed apart by the the waves crashing against it there. But yeah, you do see this island that you were told would be here. And as you get closer to it, you can see it was probably once part of Jeraholm as well, like just a higher area, and the peninsula, part is now underwater. And in the underwater area, like there's like ruins of buildings and whatnot as well, but you don't see any of the buildings on the island itself. And it seems very, very heavy vegetation on all of it, very lush, very green. You see what looks like a kind of a shallow little, shore and beach that you could get up to among the otherwise pretty harsh, jagged rocks that seem to surround it.
Are you guiding us there?
Which might be why the Dragon Masters haven't staged an attack here if they needed boats or anything, because it doesn't look like very many boats could get here at once. Some of them can fly.
Okay. Well, we go right into the rocks.
Never mind, you've been demoted from ship captain.
Taking the easy route.
I hope they have a boat for us.
I hope we survive and the Dragonborn's not stuck standing with his head out of the water holding our unconscious corpses again.
It's okay.
There was that one time.
That was a long time ago. Piece of the day.
So do we want to try to sneak in or just go in open?
I think we just go.
Yeah. All right.
Full frontal.
Cool.
She said it.
All right.
Let's
paddle our way in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just say you're gonna battle on in?
Yes.
Ah, jeez.
Halflings.
We're
Patience
losing
and
subscribers.
virtue.
Yeah, you come up on the sandy beach, and I mean, it just, the beach extends about 15 feet past the shoreline here, and then it is just thick vegetation. Although you can see a break in it where it looks like there is a path.
It's kind of similar to the last island we encountered, with the beach going in and then just
Not the
one
same,
path.
is it?
It's a different island.
Does
There's
it look
no
like
volcano.
There's
it's
no
just
volcano.
Water waving people.
a wildlife path, or is it like someone intentionally made this path?
I mean, it's not like, paved or anything. It just looks like foot traffic, but
Right.
and from where you're still on the boat on the beach, the raft on the beach.
So I can't tell.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, gosh, we got upgraded to a boat.
Let's just go in.
Yeah.
You guys get up the beach, pull the raft up so it's not going to get swept back out.
Right.
No, just push it.
We live here now.
Lighthouse people, they got that.
They got a lighthouse. What more do they need?
Right. It doesn't keep the dragon thing from coming.
They can lock the door. Yeah, we pulled the raft up.
Okay.
Before we go in yet, I want to know. I want you to know. I owe you a apology.
It's all good. We all do things out of anger, and especially I understand he made fun of your clan. He said that you're going to be destroyed, but be a good example of the clan.
By
I know you were trying
existing.
to protect people.
It's all
I let
good.
my anger get to me, and I was harsh on you.
It's okay.
Should we cover the raft
I'll
up
get
in
out.
case these people are enemies?
I'm okay with this. All right.
That was super touching, but should we cover the raft and supplies in case these people are enemies if they want to destroy it? Like, there's plenty of vegetation. I'm sure we could kind of,
Depends on what the vegetation is, I guess.
I think if they're the only inhabitants of this island, and obviously it's not too big of an island, they're going to know it better than we do. So even if we try to hide it, I think it's going to be pretty obvious. So I think they would find it either way.
in the
to be
landscape,
honest.
is there enough vegetation to make it kind of blend in and not be as obvious?
You could kind of carry it just inside the tree line and put your raft down
Yeah.
there. And there's growing it.
That's
probably.
what I
Okay.
want to do.
I'm not gonna leave on beach. It looks like driftwood, anyway.
Yeah, never mind all the footprints in the sand or all the tracks you're leaving.
Well, as we walk back out of the vegetation, I take like a thing and I brush away some of the tracks so it looks more normal. By thing, I mean branch. Are you happy?
She just carries a rake with her.
Yeah, obviously.
A halfling rank.
I mean, she is a rake.
Got one of those
Hey, now.
tranquilities and sand garden.
I am no Zen garden.
I build a
I am-
sand castle and I write, "We came here."
The nice little stick figure.
Hold the new fortress.
Loper 597.
Sand lighthouse.
Miss you already underneath.
So, yeah, you have this trail that goes into the jungle here, and there's lots of sounds of like wildlife, and there's birds and plenty of insects to keep you happy.
Picking that over you, dude. Right.
What beard?
I think the
It's
last
like we don't even know you anymore.
that half dragon or whatever it was that attacked you burned it off. Did you use a breath weapon? Maybe
Yeah,
you
it
hit
was
and it-
cold. It got brittle and broke off in the cold.
It's okay. We still respect you as a dwarf.
Do we?
Be a nice
It's the
here.
new punk look. All right.
You're a rebel dwarf. All right.
Thinking battle rager. now.
Yeah, so let's get marching.
Okay. So yeah, when you get close to it, it does appear that this is trimmed back. That the vegetation has been trimmed back here.
Mhm.
And then there is a sign just about 15 feet inside, like a signpost set up on the trail.
Okay.
And it says, "Welcome to the island. Now leave. You will not find a warm respite here."
In common.
Says it in common.
It sounded like how I was received when I walked in the room with no beard.
Sounds
And
like
then-
a sign I need to buy
And
for
then the
my front
path
door.
splits into three.
Mm.
Well, the sign says none of those are options.
So one kind of goes like straight through, and then like one to the left, one to the right.
Split up.
We should split it into pairs.
That would be fantastic. Since there's 5 of you,
Laura can go by himself.
that's how he prefers it.
Probably, actually.
We all know that's not
I'll
true.
go
I
the middle
follow
path.
him.
I was gonna say.
Wait.
I
No.
follow Lopa.
I think
There
we
you
all
go.
we need to choose the right path.
Is that like a
That
paladin
cost us like
joke?
100 subscribers.
Okay,
Subscribers right there.
Oh,
so I'm just
And
gonna
it
Oh, we
note
got more.
that
Yeah.
I refuse to go to the right after that comment. It's middle or left now.
everyone knows you always go left first.
Yeah, that's how you get out of a maze.
Everyone
you just go to the
who?
left.
Everyone.
Everyone who?
You can have a maze by following a wall. You can go left or right. It doesn't matter.
How about this? How about this? Elf, you're pretty good with nature. Like you're familiar
I
with
follow
nature and
Well, is there anything
So look at the
magical?
path.
Like
I'm gonna look at the
you're
path.
a wizard. Can you
And I'm gonna
sense
see if
anything
anyone
magical?
appears to be more worn than the others.
Yeah, make a roll.
Perception?
Roll a die, sure.
4. No.
So
They all
The
look
right
the same
one.
to you.
Yes.
The one on the right.
travel the path less one.
Is there a path we should follow? By my gut instinct.
Is there magic here,
I don't know.
wizard?
I was going with gut instinct rather than saying, is there just magic around?
Roll a d3.
A D3?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, the right sounds good to you, I guess.
I follow Loper.
Good choice.
That's a good gut instinct. Follow that instinct, and we can hit the gut again.
Let's go left. See, if you go left, he'll go left, and I'll go left because he'll go left.
But he made this knowing we'd go left. But he would also make you think we would go left.
Which is why we can also not go with that one.
So middle.
Holy moly!
Okay, you guys.
Okay, I'm going left.
You're right. Let's just meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going left.
Let's go left.
They don't even want to compromise. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
We compromised. We went left.
Clearly, wisdom has left us to the left.
Oh my god.
Okay, go. I follow.
Okay.
I follow Lorik.
Up front, as normal.
Okay.
Oh, so you decided to come left with us?
Well, yeah. We're not splitting up. That was a joke.
You'd rather hang a little to the left.
So yeah, you head to the left, and the trail winds for a while. Kind of has some ups and downs, and it's not meticulously cared for. So there's areas where like the vegetation's grown back in. You're forced to like duck around things or move around things, or hack the vegetation down depending on what route you want to take.
You're up front.
Oh, I have hammer.
And I have a mace, so
Not a lot of hacking.
they're not anything.
All right.
I mean, but after they go through it, there's plenty of room for me.
But eventually it does lead you to a clearing. And the clearing is like on like an edge of the island. And there's still like trees on the opposite side, but you can tell that it's pretty close to the cliffs. And just from the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks and everything being so close. And there is a small community here. Mostly stone buildings that look like they're made from repurposed parts of ruins that have been built back up. And it looks like it's a mostly human population. And you can see where, like off on like one side, they're building ships. Like they'd be like the size of like a Viking longboat. But they have 3 of them that are being worked on.
Definitely better than the raft.
But they're not near completion yet.
What size are we talking about?
For the community, you guess there's maybe 100 people here. There's a few kids running around and stuff too, but not a lot of children here. And it's kind of a pirate chic look going on here. The people as well.
So feathered caps, monkeys and parrots.
Bandanas, parrots for sure.
Okay.
There's lots of birds and stuff here. So. But yeah, and like you guys are kind of like just inside the tree line still, and so with the in the shadowy area you're in, like no one's really noticed you. That they don't have guards set up or anything.
It's an effective sign up here.
There's 100 here. There might be more on
Other path.
the other path. Do we want to check that out first before we make contact?
You walked to see me. You walked about an hour to get here.
Oh,
I'm going to vote no. Who's our most diplomatic person? I was being mildly sarcastic.
I don't know. I'm pretty good. Pretty good
I'm going to
at
go with
talking.
Loper.
Well, he is the one that got us into this in the first place.
This is what
Yeah.
happened is like the table seating affected sides. We have like a popularity contest here. We got like Team Loper and Team Alba.
No, I just got punched in the gut.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I heard.
I mean,
sometimes you have to forcibly recruit people here.
Yes, that is what tyrants say.
really, like, the decision was made when I came up from the lighthouse, and literally everyone was unconscious.
I think constricting is another word for that, yeah?
So I felt like our leadership was skewed there, and I went to the opposite direction.
So it took us an hour to walk here?
Mhm.
What time of day is it?
You guys probably showed up in the evening. It's probably getting dark at this point. Because it took about a day to sail here.
Okay,
I vote we make contact.
alright. if it goes bad, there's just 100 of them.
Right.
They said they didn't like to be disturbed, so I vote we go up and we say hi.
Do you sense anything? No.
I mean, probably us after this walk.
I'll concentrate and try to see if I sense anything like excessively evil around here.
Not like excessively. There's a few ill intentions here and there, but there's no like evil. There's no undead. There's no fiendish bloodline here. What's the range on that?
It's like 60 feet, I think.
Not very far, but not short.
Not enough to, sense the other people.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Right.
Just out of range of the lich.
61 and a half feet away.
Oh. It's a parrot demi lich.
With an eye patch.
With an eye patch.
Arrgh.
Missing a gem.
60 feet.
Is there a recognizable leader in the group of people that you can see?
How long are you going to hang out and observe them?
For a little bit.
If we're not going back, then I guess for an hour.
I mean, there's a few people that kind of stand out as like people who other people in the community seem to respect.
What kind of weapons do they have?
Swords.
Swords?
Yeah.
Long enough for recon, not long enough for creeper status.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Fine line.
Take your word on that.
What?
People that know the line have skirted it.
Yeah, there's a few people. There's like a young, it's pretty much primarily human population. There's a few people who might be some mixed blood, like maybe half orc or half elf, but it looks kind of thinned down. So there's one guy who's like he looks kind of like your young dashing pirate captain. Got a growth of the beard and everything, and he goes around and kind of barks orders here and there, and gets overseeing people working on the boats and doing that kind of thing. And you see another older gentleman who's like walking around, who looks like he was probably that guy 20 years ago, but now he's more graying and more of a gentle, quieter word here and there, helping people and getting and doing their thing as well. You see a woman walking around who seems to get a lot of holds some prestige here as well. She has really long black hair and walks around and just seems to have like an easy laugh, and the people seem to really like her as well. Those are the three that kind of like initially really stand out to you. There's another guy, kind of a big brute of a man too, who like just goes around and gets things done. Like when people need something moved, or you see him like waving him over. He's just always there to help out.
I vote we talk to the woman.
What's our general game plan?
I talk to that lady.
I mean, we're kind of tasked here to like wipe
Destroy
these
them?
people out. What's our general game plan?
I was hoping they would join us in the wiping out of
That's
the
why I
other
was just
people.
making sure we're all on the same page.
It's like a 100-person
Yeah,
army.
I'd rather not go fight.
Intending to fight a bunch of humans. Humans.
And a bottle of rum.
From?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna walk forward. Take that first arrow shot.
I got you from these woods.
She will shoot at anybody who shoots at you.
Maybe.
And probably
Assuming she
some
won't be in
people
danger.
who don't.
We declare an honor to no, we don't. Okay, you step out of the tree line, and it's getting kind of dark. It takes a moment or two before somebody seems to notice that you're there. But like once they do, like they turn back and yell back to the town, just like, "Hoy, someone's here!" And like the activity changes, like kind of a ripple going down, like people run out and grab the kids and like hurry them back towards the middle. And then like those who seem more inclined to the martial skills seem to like kind of step forward and have hands on blades, but nothing drawn yet. You see a few with bows in the back.
Sure. Do I have like a white cloth I can wave?
Sure.
Or whatever is the like treaty?
Equivalent.
Okay.
What I don't know what
It's like a
that
big
is.
leaf off a tree or something.
Whoosh.
A little big leaf that I cast light on. They're like, I don't know what that means.
He's landing a plane, I think. So the younger pirate captain looking gentleman that you saw earlier and the one with the long black hair walk up.
Okay, I'll like meet them halfway.
Okay. Anybody else walking up with him, or are you just...
I follow Loper.
That would be a yes.
But I just
Maybe it'd
lean
be wise for us
casually
to
on my
stay back.
staff.
Out of sight.
I'm hanging out of sight.
You guys wait here.
No one sees me.
Okay. So, Loper and Lorik are the only two who
Yeah.
go up. Okay.
You want to roll stealth to see how unshiny our armor is?
No, it's all good. You guys are far enough back. I'm not going to make you roll.
I'm not
Oh,
standing
apologies.
near
I mean,
these
do
two,
we-
just
Do we
in
really
case.
want to sabotage the game this fast with die
Right.
rolls?
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm like at least 5 feet away from these two because they're gonna get spotted.
Oh, they're super sneaky.
You met them?
I mean, compared to me, anything is.
So yeah, the two of them walk up, and they're kind of giving you guys the appraising eye too. You know, they're looking you up and down and taking note of the your mace that you carry and the fact that you're armored and that you have a Lorik with you. It's a dangerous weapon to have brandished out here too. So
I should not wear robes.
You'd look better in a
I don't have
bandana.
everything.
he comes up and he's kind of like eyes you over. He's like, "So, can't read, huh?"
We can. We hail from the lighthouse.
Really? You don't look like one of those milksops.
We're not living there, but we've come here to talk to you on their behalf.
So if you don't come from the lighthouse, where do you come from?
The past.
It's an interesting answer. And you've come here to...
Well, the Dragon Masters would like you wiped off the island. So we figured we should probably give you heads up on that and maybe ask what you're doing to anger them.
existing here, free of their control. That's what. They can't stand that.
Doing so is impressive. How did you fight them off?
They send their warriors. We kill them. Sometimes they kill some of ours.
Okay. I see.
Sometimes their warriors include humans.
I see you're building boats.
We are.
Are you leaving?
Well, it's not much to this place. We'll have to leave at some point.
Where are you heading?
Here, Gerald's nice.
So you intend to wage war on the Dragon Masters or on the people that live at the lighthouse?
Oh, those fools. They'll rot without the Dragon Masters to keep them alive. So we'll have to extend a hand to them, I'm sure, once we've defeated the Dragon Masters.
Well, I must say I'm impressed with your boldness.
Who are you?
My name's Loper. This is Lord.
What are you? He says, looking right at Lord.
An elf.
An elf. The word
Yeah,
seems like
here
really
we
unfamiliar to him.
Disappeared a while ago. You said they were half elves, though.
It looks like people have some elven bloodline to them. Yeah.
Shh. You're gonna draw attention.
Well,
That was my stuff.
you two are welcome to come in and find your rest here. The night will be descending soon, and our guards will have to get ready.
For what?
The dead.
Do I see any orbs?
Yeah, you see that they're starting to take the orbs out and like. hang them up
Oh,
and
they
fold
hide them during the day.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a few others with our party, if you don't mind hosting.
Oh. Okay. I'm Prayik. I lead the community here.
Right?
Prayik.
Well met.
This is Kessin. He like nods to the next one. She nods and gives you a smile. It seems directed just at you.
What was her name? Crescent?
Kessin.
Kessin. She's a Kessin.
She doesn't like elves.
Who does?
No, you don't either.
Well, I mean, out of character, you do have a history of not liking elves.
Yeah. Perhaps we can help in your endeavor of ridding the lands of the Dragon Masters.
That would be good. Their agents come in and do what they can to disrupt our shipbuilding.
Let me go gather my companions.
You stay there with them.
I'll wait for you.
Well, I'm walking. Do I feel like they actually are friendly? Or do I feel like they're setting us up?
Make an insight roll.
That'd be about 23?
No, yeah, he seems pretty on the up and up.
Okay.
Just wait until they see the
I mean,
rest.
he seems a bit suspicious of you.
Well, I understand that.
We're suspicious of him too.
Fair.
You know, we said we're from the past. We have races that don't exist.
Right.
That's weird. So, yeah, I come back to you guys in the tree line, and I'm like, we're gonna stay with these guys. The dead come this far and live. But they are planning to wage war on the Dragon Master.
Neat. I like these guys, and I just pop out and head over to Lorik.
When she pops out and like heads over, like the guys with the bows pull back,
Oh, jeez.
and like people start drawing weapons.
Because of a halfling? Oh, because I'm the same size as a dragon master.
And Prayik's like, wait right there. Like he looks at you like, wait right there. As you get about halfway to Lorik.
Why? What's
He's
wrong
like-
with me?
So Loper, you include the small ones among your group?
One of
Rude.
them, yeah. Well, I
They're
mean,
gonna love me.
there's a dwarf, too.
What?
A dwarf?
And a dragonborn too, don't forget.
Oh yeah, they might not like us after all.
You have one
What's
of the
wrong with the
dragon
small
folk with
one?
you as well?
No,
Well,
no.
one of the
They don't like
originals, not these new
humans.
guys.
Are you guys still in the tree line? You guys
Yeah.
hanging back still?
Not one of the abominations.
I'm like
This is
talking
sleeping-
loudly
sleeping out
from
here.
like
Yeah.
We don't.
The
one of
dragon
the
folk-
old ones.
The
not one of
dragon
these
folks
new
are the
guys.
small ones are the ones who come and sabotage our boats.
No, he's not one of those.
And who are the small ones?
Like her.
She's a halfling.
Right.
You have halflings like her that come raid?
Yes.
Not, not small dragons. Not small dragons.
No. No, they have large dragon folk with them.
But those are the
And-
tainted
and
ones.
The
This guy's
small halflings. We haven't seen those yet.
I look at him with a dead stare, and I go, "They're oppressing my people," really loud. And like you can just see the anger.
No, your people, as you call them, are raiders and thieves.
Well, the thieving might be true, but the raiding probably is against their will. We like to be free.
Yes, that would point. They are
We
all
do
free.
tend to be a little angry.
It's not all probably are bad, even though the races are. You say that humans come with the Dragon Masters as well. They're part of your race.
Oh, these aren't ones who come with the Dragon Masters. These are ones who live on the island.
What?
Oh, here?
Mm.
Oh.
I'm confused.
And what do they do to you that cause such angst?
They sabotage our ships
Why?
because they're raiders.
But don't they realize we could have a common cause?
Their cause seems to be causing us mischief.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, we should talk to them tomorrow.
Are they down one of the other paths?
They are.
Let me guess if we go right. And I roll my eyes towards the tree line.
Who else is on the island?
The devils.
Mm.
What do you mean? Like, they came from hell, or they're tainted, or what?
Race of devil people.
Oh,
They're not your friends either, I take it.
They are not. But they do not seem to cause the same mischief that the little folk do.
Is this why you're trying to leave? Is to get away?
Some of it, yes.
Well, I give you my word that my companions are loyal. They're
Do
not.
the Dragon Masters mess with those guys?
I presume not. They're probably agents of the Dragon Masters.
Both?
That's unfortunate.
So they're not the. I was making sure we're looking at the right problem. From the perspective of Dragon Masters, as it were.
We'll have to look into it.
Your
Well, we
people
have
can
a
come
dwarf.
inside the circle of light, but I'm going to ask that you stay at the perimeter and they stay in sight at all times.
Understandable.
We invented that light, so it's cool. We get it.
Can we bring some with us?
Yeah.
You carrying those with you right now, or did you leave them on the raft?
We probably didn't want to leave them at the raft, did we?
No, because then it would
I mean,
be
they are like
visible.
3-foot big globes.
I can't carry them if they're 3-foot big globes. Yeah, if we grab big
But I'm
ones.
saying they're a foot. They're a foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be like.
Yeah.
That seems bigger.
Yeah, with way bigger.
Different brand.
Oh. We have competitors.
No, those ones are Loric brand.
D&D brand wars.
The big ones say Kirkman on them.
So you guys
Yeah, we
have-
probably brought them with. I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably Calvins that didn't hide them.
Can I just wave to these guys? Can it come out?
Yeah, we didn't.
All right.
We'll come out.
Yeah, when they come out, like you get kind of a similar action. Like they kind of step back and like bows come up again, and when they're giving Amboth kind of the not friendly look.
Does Amloth have horns?
Not really.
So, I mean, he does distinctly look different, though.
Right, but they seem to recognize him.
That's weird.
Him specifically?
Well, like what he is.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
I
he's
look
a
really
big lizard.
similar to. Look really similar to the.
You're like the big version
the
and
guy
the
that we
gold
fought.
version.
They don't.
Seriously, he's a pacifist. You don't even gotta worry about it.
His giant hammer strapped to his
laugh.
back.
He's totally
Yeah.
like.
You can kill them, and I won't do a thing. Like,
I was like building you up. I was totally building you up.
except for him, he's okay. And the dwarf's cool. And the halfling's cool.
I'm the
And the
halfling
human's
man.
cool too. Gosh dang it, we're all good. All right.
Yeah, but they seem to they seem to recognize like what he is.
I look.
Yes, I'm glad I came out with you so they didn't really recognize. Another short person.
Especially with the new beard book.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have a beard. You
That's
can
a really
be a
good
really big halfling.
We're familiar with gnomes.
Okay.
He's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of halflings.
Yes. Yes, he is. strange accents now.
All right, I'll do it. Do it now. Wow.
No, go back.
Me
All right.
too.
The red.
So yeah, you guys are kind of given just a patch of lawn.
I just sit down and I pout a little bit. I don't like being the bad guy.
But our own
I-
lights.
Yeah, you guys have your own lights.
Yeah, we brought two.
Are they still working on the boats?
They stop when it gets dark. And you see that they're patrolling now that it's nighttime. Like, you didn't see guards and stuff when you got here, but now that it's nighttime,
They seem like they don't have enough lights, do they?
And Prayik and Kessin left.
No, they're kind of hanging nearby. In fact, Kessin comes over to you guys afterwards, after you guys kind of get settled in your little area. And she does see that you have the globes as well. She kind of eyes them kind of sidelong there.
I just wave at her and I say hi.
I apologize for Prayek. He's been tasked with trying to organize everyone here, and it hasn't been easy for him.
You guys have a lot of people. I mean, as far as like the colonies we've been able to find so far, this is a lot of people.
Well, we've been active in recruiting.
From where?
There's a few islands within a couple days of here. We've managed to get some of the boats out and bring people back that want to come with, trying to create a resistance against the Dragon Masters.
That sounds like a great plan.
How many boats do you have?
There's 2 out right now, and we have these 3 we're building.
And looking at them, they hold what? Do I think like 20, 30?
Yeah, 20 people.
I look at her and I was like, why aren't you shocked when you looked at Alan Boss? And I point to him.
Oh, he's one of the dragon folk. Your people use them in the raids sometimes.
Wait, we were told they were extinct. And I look at Alan Boss.
Oh,
Right,
there's at
okay.
least a fair number of them living on the other side of the island.
Do they have horns?
Oh, they look very similar to him. Some are different colors, though. Silver or brass.
Probably the Raiders. Raiders?
Sometimes.
Sounds like there's a lot of things that we thought were and that they are not.
I apologize. We woke up in a crater like 2 weeks ago. Everything since then's fuzzy. Bold honesty by Dava. I needed to know why she wasn't shocked. Everyone else gets shocked every time they see Amba.
I'm sure once Prayek has time to digest your information, he'll be wanting to talk to you some more.
Of course.
In the meantime, do you require food or anything?
We brought our own.
We have plenty to share.
Do I get a good feeling from her?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind, it's probably better than
Let
what we
me
have.
have them bring some food over here then.
The rations that we brought.
And so yeah, she goes over and finds like the big brute guy, and they walk off together, and then come back with he comes back with a pretty big platter of food, bunch of like roast birds, and fruits, and some those, like tubers that probably grow here as well. Puts the plate down. Bring over basically a bucket of clean water too. Wells, there's springs on the island if you know where to find fresh water. You put that down. She's like, "This is Frolk. If you need anything, you can call for him."
Frolic?
Frolk.
Frolic? I like frolic better.
I like the idea of a big broody guy named Frolic.
And you notice too that there's kind of like this one woman who's like kind of hanging off in the back a little bit. She has like a sword scar, looks like, down her face. But she's definitely giving you guys the evil eye.
Anyone in particular, or all equally?
She seems pretty suspicious of all of you, but towards 2 in particular, towards Dava and Almbach, yeah, she definitely seems to have a little more animosity for her.
She carrying?
Weapons? She's weapons. And like when she looks at Almbach, like she kind of like almost like subconsciously like reaches up and touches the scar on her face.
So they're a little racist.
Rightly so. It sounds like our people have been harrying them for some time.
I would like not to be judged for the sins of others.
How long have you guys been here on the island?
Kessin looks back at you. She's like, I've been here for 7 years now.
Oh, you came from somewhere else?
This community's only been here for about 20 years.
Hmm.
Oh. Are you just slowly getting closer to Jerahome to
Someplace
Fight?
where the dead won't reach us, hopefully.
the lighthouse is operational again? The closer you get to the lighthouse.
We've noticed a
Like-
bit more light in the sky that direction.
It keeps the dead far, far back now.
That explains why they've been pressing here harder the last day then as well.
We
The
thought
dead
we were,
have them?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
we thought we were doing those people justice. We didn't even know there was life over here.
So you fixed the lighthouse?
Well, they did. I kept you alive.
Wired that wall thing.
Oh yeah, there was that one thing that I fixed with these tools.
Well, I hope you get some rest. If you need anything, just ask.
Thank you.
She gets up and heads over to where Prake's standing. He's talking to that older man you saw
Mhm.
earlier too. And yeah, the woman with the scar walks over to Kessin and is talking to her pretty heatedly. Then when she walks away from you guys, kind of like, why are you talking to them?
Why
You
aren't they
kind of get
killing
that gist of that conversation of like, why are you being so nice to them? Why are we letting them even be in here?
You sleep in the middle of the
I'm not afraid.
Okay.
And you see like the community seems fairly tight knit. Like the people like sit together, they're talking, there's some laughing and stuff. And even though it's nighttime and the dead threat is there, and the majority of their light globes are towards the cliffside.
Not towards the sea?
That's where the sea is here. They're on the edge of the.
Oh.
They're not as worried about the jungle area
Sure. Okay.
as the dead coming right out of the water.
And all the way up the cliff.
So how far into the island are we then?
You guess that, like I said, there's a bunch of trees on the other side of the clearing, and it's probably 15, 20 feet of trees, and then there's probably water right after that.
Okay.
So they seem on that, like there's more lights on that side.
Well, I'll stay up. You guys need to get some rest. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest. But in the middle of everybody else. Where I'm not getting shanked in my sleep.
Is that lady with the scar still talking to?
Yeah, they go over and talk, and
Yes,
after a little bit, they go into a house. Like they all go into one of the little stone huts they built. The big guy that like brought over the platter of food, like he sits on a stool in front of it, like kind of like a guard, and then like pulls out like a knife and a piece of wood and starts whittling away.
Like watching us or watching.
Watching in general.
Okay.
He looks over your way a couple of times, and maybe lingers a little more on you guys since you're new,
Yeah.
but doesn't really like seem like he's throwing a lot of suspicion your way.
It's not like threateningly.
No,
Yeah.
no, nothing like that.
I'm carving this into a knife with much to kill you.
To which I'm going to carve your name in.
He walks over. He's like, "What's your name? How do you spell that?" Thanks. We're going. No, he just stays there.
Does his thing.
Does
Good
his
old
thing.
frolic.
Is there any dead stirrings?
Like over on the which is the far side where you guys are, because they kind of like just parked you guys close to the forest where you came out. Yeah, like there's seems like there's movement in the trees, but nothing ever comes out. But the guards seem pretty tense over there.
Do the guards primarily use their bows? Is that
No,
what they've
so
got in their
there's like
hands?
there's some with swords that are near the tree line, and some with bows a little
Okay,
further
so
back.
they're mixed.
Yep.
Smart.
And they have a few torches lit too, like on like posts.
Mm.
Even though they provide enough light,
Mhm.
like they'd rush over and try to burn the bodies with them.
Right.
Seems pretty well set up. Seems pretty like
tactical.
professional.
Yeah, militaristic. You know, like
Yeah. I mean, they're still alive, so
Right?
I'm right there.
I
I
mean,
just kind of watch.
okay.
I'll wait.
I'm gonna approach. What was his name? Frolk. I'm gonna ask him.
So you get up and you kind of like leave your little designated area that you guys were given, and like you see like people get tense, but they don't move to stop you either. But they're definitely like watching to see what you're doing.
I'm gonna like very like as nonchalantly as possible, just kind of stroll like hands behind my back.
where your
you know,
hammer
like-
is.
No,
Isn't your hammer strapped on your back?
heck no, it's sitting at my side.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
that
I
picture.
don't know how you could even put it on
As
your back
you
and
leave,
like,
I'm
raise it
like,
up and
don't start any duels.
noted.
Like, see, guy,
why can't you just listen to instructions?
Excuse me?
Who's talking?
Yeah,
I'm
So-
still in the designated circle.
for once. All right, so I'm gonna approach Frolk and just kind of small talk with him just a little bit, and basically just ask him if I can join if they need any assistance with guarding.
Back up. We're gonna play that out. Okay. So you walk up to Frolk. As you get close, he like stops his carving, and like puts the knife in a sheath and the piece of wood in a pouch, and stands up, crosses his arms.
Is he like
My
the same
friend.
height?
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's like probably like 6'4" and built like the dwarf.
Okay.
Is it Frolic the Rock
Frolk.
Johnson?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna say, my friend. My name is Amboth.
You're not my friend.
Fair. My name is Amboth, and I am somewhat of a warrior myself. And I would like to see if I can offer any assistance fighting back the undead or standing guard. There's no need for you guys to watch over us when we're not even your people. I would like to help you any way that I can. I know that my people have been a scourge to you on many occasions.
A nuisance, not a scourge.
A nuisance.
A
Fair.
scourge would imply they were a real threat.
This is true. There's not enough of them, I'm sure, to be much of a threat. But
I can't let you take a place at the watch. You're not one of us. You could open up a hole in our defenses.
if I left all my weapons behind,
Then you would be no good on the watch.
maybe, maybe not. But I could be eyes. I don't think that we should impose any sort of additional burden in any way.
Your friends are fine where they're at. If we need help, and we can't find anybody among our people to do it, then we'll come to you.
Thank you. And I'll turn back and go back.
After you leave, he kind of like puts the arms down, sits back down in the stool, takes the wood out of the pouch, takes the knife out of the sheath, and starts carving again. But now he is looking your direction a bit more.
Is there more of the dried fish?
Well, we didn't get shot, so that's a bonus.
Activity seems to go down as the later it gets to. Humans not being nocturnal naturally, usually. People start to, looks like the households start to go to sleep.
They don't have gamers.
Right.
Weird.
It's the guards. The guards are all gamers.
Right.
It's a real life game for them.
Chat, don't encourage bad behavior of my players.
Kill or be killed.
The chat is all going fight. So.
You must have
You've-
been watching in the
You've
prior
watched the
weeks.
show before.
Who's gonna pacifist crush him?
No, just help him be redeemed. That's all.
I was just waiting for someone to try to stab you, like that one chick with the scar on her face that definitely doesn't like you.
She's in her house. She hasn't stirred.
Night's
She's
not over.
really nice once you get to know her and you're not a dragonborn.
Oh, okay.
You have to meet all
Or a
that
halfling.
You know,
Nice.
I think it's more biased because as a result of experiences. It's not a prejudice.
I
It's an
mean,
opinion made after the fact. Just saying.
she's still judging me based on my race.
Right, that's a bias.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick. With
I'm not
races.
sure this is the correct time for this argument.
All right.
Oh, D&D.
You guys, what do you guys do?
I eat my dried fish and drink my water rations and behave myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually do the same and behave, and then take a nap.
Now I'm very shocked and can't go to sleep because I'm super paranoid.
Because Dava's behaving.
Right. I'm like,
I figure Boss gonna get us all killed at this rate anyway, so I don't have to misbehave. Just gonna sit here quietly.
Hey, that was pretty diplomatic.
Yeah.
It's a
You know
little
what's
suspicious.
not
you came away from
diplomatic?
that thinking you actually gained a little bit of his respect.
Okay.
You know what's not diplomatic? Leaving your designated safety spot.
You know what else is not diplomatic? Shooting a guy flying away with a bow
in the back.
in the back.
That was technically the spy. Thank you.
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's totally cool.
I didn't know what was going on because
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Back of the thigh.
Also, you wouldn't know that night
Hamstring.
you were unconscious.
No, they brought him out before that. Didn't you guys bring it? Oh, you just stabilized us,
Yeah.
right?
You were no longer
I
dying.
filled you in.
Yep.
And don't leave you guys completely clueless. Just
Okay. I'm just
want you to
gonna for some time I'm just gonna watch the trees, the direction that we came from.
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's very many people watching that way. But I'm gonna watch that way anyways.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out just in case. Who knows?
Being vigilant.
Yeah.
You gonna do your reverie sleep thing that you do? Meditation? But you know, bed down at some point?
Yeah, like make sure someone else is being watched and then
Okay.
pass out.
Great.
I'll take another shift there and
Yeah.
then let Laura take over.
Okay. All right. Well, a couple hours into the night, you know, like nothing terrible, but
Oh, okay.
the lady with the scar on her face does kind of like you see like her leave the house, and you see the older man leave the house, and she kind of like walks over, doesn't get like, comes like 2/3 of the way to where you guys are,
Mhm.
you know, and she like walks in a way where she's not walking directly towards you, but rather like walking like maybe she's going to go join the people watching, but she stops and says, "This is a few hours in, so you might already be down at this point and like Drimoy on watch at that point." But yeah, she just kind of stands there in the near dark for a little bit, kind of staring at Amboss' unconscious form, and like hand on the hilt of her sword, like grasping and ungrasping the top of the pommel, you know. And then after 30-45 seconds of that, turns and walks back the way she came and goes back into the collection of buildings, and you kind of lose sight of her then, which one is hers.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna like pull the blanket off of it.
And lastly,
He said it's cool.
I know he'd be okay with this.
He's forgiving.
It's for honor.
Other than that, though, the night does go by relatively peaceful.
Okay.
The undead never seem to breach the tree line. The globe's doing the job. And no halflings or dragonborn come raiding that night either. So.
That's good because that would look bad on us.
Just stand there screaming, "We're not with them."
We're not with them.
but don't hurt him.
What are you doing? Why are you making such poor life choices?
Halflings.
Hey, we make great life choices.
Nope, I don't even. Nope.
So in the morning, when everyone has like woken up and had a fight, I'm gonna talk to them. And should we go talk to the halfling dragonborn group today?
Do you think we could bring peace amongst the groups if they're not working with the Dragon Masters?
I think we might be able to talk some sense into them.
Well, sort of, you're assuming that these people want peace.
Yeah.
We should maybe talk to them first, and then see if that's what they want to do.
See what their intentions
Well,
are.
'cause
See why they're.
Think if we could add to the army to fight the Dragon Masters, we could work as a team. I know this shocks all of us.
I think we should check out the other side first before we propose to these guys anything.
Make sure they're reasonable.
Yeah.
Halflings are known for being perfectly
We
reasonable.
only have one side of the story right now.
What about the devil people?
Why do these people want to fight the Dragon Masters? Exactly.
Well, I mean, based on
'Cause
our
they like human
experience, the Dragon
sacrifices?
Masters are kind of, slavers and
Right.
You
Still,
know,
occupiers, tyrants. They take
all around bad guys.
servants. It's just like, let's stop all our experience.
They are
Alright.
a giant statue of Richards.
we understand their precise reasoning. Maybe it all started with somebody who ran away from the Dragon Masters, and they started a colony. Or if we know better exactly why they fight, then we can bring them together. These three groups, maybe we have a better chance of bringing them together. But
That's why we're gonna go talk to.
We should at least give our current host the courtesy of knowing what we're doing.
Of course. Yeah.
I look around to see if we can see the
Oh, yeah.
lady with the hair.
Yeah, as the morning comes here, like people are busy doing things. Work begins on the boats again. You see, like they take the globes down and bring them into the middle of the village once again. From where you're at, you don't really see where they put them, but you're guessing somewhere where they get sunlight still because they need to charge during the day. And you see like groups of baskets start to head into the jungle nearby. Not going on the path that you guys went on either, but like separate routes out.
Gathering.
Yep, going up to gather food and whatnot. Looks like they have little gardens and stuff going here as well, but they're foraging in the jungle as well. Turns out things grow fast in this climate.
weird.
Well, can I wave down Preric or Jason?
Yeah, Prake and Kessin are around. They seem to hang out together a lot too.
Well, that's nice. Unofficially, yeah,
Do they look like a team or like a?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
You can be a team and not a couple.
No, I meant being a couple is being a team.
Only if it works.
Captain Pessimist over here.
It's interesting. What's some called pessimism? Pessimism?
Pessimism?
I call reality.
I'm married. We should move on different
Oh
subjects.
no!
Different subjects.
His wife watches.
Yeah, right. Yes, we are always a team. You are correct.
That's called.
That's not how it goes.
Remember, we went last.
We compromise. Yeah.
So we're gonna make another left, so we make right because we can't go right.
No, because left will be the middle.
Just remember that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do.
Well,
Okay.
two would take us home.
Are you gonna talk to Prayik?
That's why I waved at them, and then
Yeah,
they got distracted.
They come wandering over.
We're gonna go check out these halfling and dragonborn.
Oh, the little folk and the dragon folk.
Yeah,
Hmm.
see if there's any reason to be had there.
Or if
Wish
we
you
come
the best
back.
of luck, and it was good knowing you.
We'll be back tonight. I say it completely confident. On the outside.
If we don't show up, there's a bunch of little divers with breaky ears.
I hit hard.
Yeah, they watch you guys go.
Just point them at a cliff and they're like, "Don't jump off."
Whatever you do, do not jump off that cliff.
Problem solved.
All right.
But
Let's
then
go.
we also lose Dava, so
I'm about to grab her shirt first. Not you. Not you.
I can climb, thank you.
so yeah, I just tell them what we're doing and that we intend to be back, and then we go.
All right. Follow the path back.
Yeah.
For about an hour of walking, you get back to your signpost.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Your happy sign to unexplored directions.
Mm-hmm. They said it was the opposite direction.
Yep.
So
So
that's
just
where
kind of
we're
continue
going.
straight.
Yeah.
Then. All right. So you walk for about 45 minutes this time, and you come once again to like a clearing in the jungle, similar to the place you were at. It seems like the cliff is not far on the other side of the opposite tree line.
It's just like the complete opposite side of the island.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the area as you get closer, like it gets a little like more rolling, like you're up and down a lot more. And so it comes the clearing is a bunch of like small hills, and you can see where like doors have been crafted into the sides of the hills.
Mm.
So there's no it's more like your typical Hobbit home
Hobbiton.
looking place. And there's like you can smell like the camp smoke, like the cook smokes on the wind as you get close, and food is cooking, and you guys left without having breakfast.
I said after we.
Oh,
ate.
yes, that's right. So, but there's still it's halfling, so there's food cooking.
Yeah.
And there's a few
Second breakfast.
there's a few kind of like grouped together off on one side that have much larger doors.
Mm. The
Are
rich
there-
ones.
For
Dragon.
bigger people.
Oh, right.
Yes, richer halflings.
But there's a bunch of halflings like about like doing chores, like once again a little bit of like farming gardens and things like
I
that.
just walk right up
Okay.
because I'm really excited to see my people.
I was about to say we should. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Let Dava take care of this.
Looks like she did.
Well,
Yeah.
right, yeah, I didn't have to say it.
Amboss, do you wanna?
So you go
I'll
bounding
with.
up, and then like
Not bounding, but walking.
okay.
It's my maybe medium bounding.
So like you got and like you hear like a bird call come from one of the halflings, and then like all the halflings start scurrying back, and you see like slings being brought out, and like short swords.
I look at him. I'm like, "What are you doing? I'm so happy to see you."
And they stop and they look, but they're like they definitely have a little more aura of hostility than your arrival at the other group.
I mean, I don't know if that's possible because, like, when I arrived at the other group,
Well, hostility
pretty
than they
hostile.
did for Loper.
okay,
And you see two of the halflings kind of like step a little forward. You're like, what are you doing? Two of them kind of step forward from the group. Both male halflings. And I mean they're like your picture perfect halfling. Like curly hair, no shoes, curly hair on the feet, freckles. Very childlike appearance, other than the fact that they're brandishing weapons at you. But I mean, and they have weapons drawn, but they walk up not with the weapons like up in an on guard position, but like just kind of held loosely at their sides.
I very excitedly say hi in a happy, not even afraid way, because excited Dava doesn't even realize that she's in danger.
So the one steps forward, he's like, "Who are you, and how did you get here?"
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up in a crater And then we had a ship, and then my fellow travelers accidentally sunk my ship. And then we were sent to this island. And then I was told that there were halflings here that weren't oppressed by the Dragon Masters, and I got really excited. And now I'm here. Recap by Dava.
He like turns, looks at the other half, and he kind of like whispers something back and forth. What other travelers?
I have companions with me. They're afraid to come out because they're not always welcome places. But I told them it's a halfling village. What's there to be scared of? Halflings are awesome. I have a dragonborn with me.
You have one of the Dragonborn.
Yeah, he's my pal.
I'll have them come out.
I'm boss, and I yell as loud as I can. They want to meet you.
Alright, I'll come out. I'll stroll again, arms behind my back, just as nonchalantly as possible. So, not quite that much.
Oh, okay.
But just like,
Every time you say that, I'm like,
just like very at
I
ease.
look over at them and I was like, this is Amba. He's my friend.
They don't seem shocked to see him. You know, like what they were expecting.
He wants to be a pacifist now, and it works sometimes. I tell them very openly to make sure that they know he's not a threat.
Grenbach will want to meet you.
Who is Grimbach?
He's the leader of the Dragonborn here.
What was your name?
My name's Rodlin.
Rodlin?
This is Merriman.
Rodlin, Merriman. It's a pleasure to meet you both. I would love to meet Grimbach.
So are the Dragonborn's leaders here, or are you?
The Dragonborn are part of our community here, but I lead our people here.
Well, I'm Dava. And I reach out, like, to shake his hand.
No, he's keeping like 10 feet between you still.
Gosh, everyone thinks Dava's suspicious.
I'm just going to put my hand on Dava's shoulder and just be like, let us get to know them first. They are survivors. They're wary of even you. Take us to Grombach, please. Can we bring our friends with us?
There's more.
There are a few more. But they are our friends, and we can vouch for their intentions, which are good.
Charge out of the forest in full fury.
You made fun of dwarves!
I trip him.
When he trips, the hammer flies out of his hand, spins around, kills the leader. This is how wars start.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
So I'll turn around and call out to them.
What do you say?
I'll say, my friends, step out. Come with us.
I'll yell, I don't think it's a trap.
I step back in.
The Dava endorsement.
I'm not going to step out. You yelled out, they all step back. Ooh. What do we do?
It's a lot of happening.
That's a lot.
Community isn't as big as the human community.
I'd also like to note
Probably
that
40
not
or
all
50
halflings
halflings.
are quite as excitable as Dava.
Yeah, I mean, I'll step out.
Okay.
Up the tree line.
Neat.
Lork's gonna
Kinda
follow
look at you
Loper.
like,
I try not to shake my head, yes.
Alright. So you guys step out. You guys get a little closer, and like once again, like the weapons come back up. Slings brought out. A couple slings start twirling.
So I'm going to be like, it's okay. It's okay.
You bring humans?
Yes.
Just one.
Yeah.
We bring it.
They're looking at Lorik too.
Oh, Lorik's not a human. He's an elf.
They shoot him.
As I look at him, I was like, see how he's tall and skinny like?
They all aim for the stomach. Gotcha.
Master Rodlin, Master Merriman. These are our companions here. We have Dromoyne, we have Lorik, and we have Loper.
Humans aren't welcome here. They come in, they raid, steal our stores, murder our people.
This sounds very familiar.
This one will not. I can vouch for him. He's a good person, like you.
I will have you make a what is it? Is it diplomacy in this edition?
Persuasion?
Persuasion. There we go.
Okay. It's going to be 11.
Better than that 20 it was looking at turning into.
It was, actually. An 11.
And this is more interesting. That's how dice work.
Yeah, he doesn't seem convinced. Like he's
Okay. I understand your skepticism. You've had a very harsh history with the humans. We shall keep him close. And keep your eyes on him as well. You will see his intentions.
If it makes them uncomfortable, I will leave and head back to the tree line.
okay.
I say that out loud.
No, Loper. Do not leave. Show him what your intentions are.
I mean,
His intentions were to leave.
leaving peacefully is a good sign of that, Grandpa.
I think it's good for them to see that you have no ill will towards them, as opposed to just leaving them.
I will do temporarily decide.
I look up at you because I have, of course, no common sense some days. I ask Loper if he thinks that the war that the humans speak about and the war that the halflings speak about might be the devil tricking them.
I do not know. I say quietly, just to you.
It sounds devilish.
Perhaps you shouldn't discuss politics until you've been introduced to everyone.
But these are my people. We're kin. I look at them, completely disregarding the fact that they still have weapons drawn on Loper.
What did they say? Like, is there the
You're-
long, awkward pause?
Yeah, there's kind of like a pause, and like you see the Rodlin's like, if the Dragonborn vouches for the human, then I suppose. And then Merriman's like, no, don't let them into our. This is a trick. This is a trick, so they can steal more from us. And he's like, we have to extend trust to someone at some point. We can't keep doing what we're doing. And Merriman's like, any shed blood is on you. And he turns and he stomps back off in his village. Merriman does that.
Merriman stomps away.
Yeah, he stomps off. And Rodlin looks and he's like, I would apologize for him, but honestly, we've all lost much.
Understand.
So you say the humans raid your village?
Yes.
I Loper. Because, devil theory. I expect him to know what it means.
I can't even see because it's like,
What are you looking at me? Like, what's
yeah,
going
like
on?
we want. I just, in as reassuring a voice I can, it's like, your time is a difficult one. I will not bring any harm to your people.
Would you mind surrendering your weapons?
Yes, we would. Or, I mean, yes, we'll
Yes, we
surrender
would.
them.
I was only asking him.
We'll give him. Yeah, I'll give him my mace.
Okay.
That's my only. Oh, and my javelins.
Can he hold his mace?
And you're like, he's like, I have this knife in my boot and my
Hang on,
backup
hang on.
mace. But I mean you no harm.
It's just a mace, some javelins, a shovel.
Here's my 87 pounds of weapons. I come in peace.
Right.
By the way, this guy weighs like 40 pounds.
When I touch my mace, though, it lights up. So that's a little awkward. It's just, I'm like, that just happened. I hand it over.
Yeah, a couple of other halflings there come and like take the weapons. And you see now, there's Dragonborn. Like off in the distance, like walking over. But like apparently word has gotten to them. They're like, strangers are here. One's a Dragonborn. And
I mean, that's probably unusual for them.
coming over to pull off his Scooby-Doo mask and prove that he's not actually one of them.
What color of Dragonborn?
Well, there are two silvers, a gold, a copper, and a brass.
They're all regular Dragonborn colors.
They are dragon, yes.
They're not these chromatic.
Right.
Abominations.
Excellent. Okay.
Do you cry?
No.
Just check
Mm-mm.
He almost
I'll
cried.
just wait for them to...
You're not the last Dragonborn.
I know.
I
That feels
expected
good.
kids.
But
They get up. The gold and the copper are both females. The rest are all male.
are they
Sure.
attractive?
For Dragonborn, heck yeah. I mean, it was funny.
We're not going to die out, so we're good.
If they were ugly, would you die out?
So the brass like steps forward from the group though, and like I heard there were strangers coming in here, and he's like looking at you, but then like he like looks over and sees you, and he keeps like looking at you, like he's trying not to,
But you can't help
himself.
I pop in front of, and the Dragonborn, of course, probably can't even notice this. And I go, "Hi, I'm Dava," until I talk. Where'd it go?
Another halfling.
Did you hear wind?
Tell me, where did you come from?
A crater.
Are there others of our kind out there?
Only me.
Crater.
From my understanding, we've come from a long ways away, and there's many details we don't remember. But from my understanding, I was one of the few left. So, if not the last one, but clearly I see that our people have survived. How long have you been here?
We came to the island 6 years ago now, I think.
I forget my manners. I am Amba.
I'm Gronbach.
Grombach.
He's like, he points to the two silvers. He's like, that's Brenlar and Hergen. They're like identical too. And he points to the copper. He's like, that's Jourdain, and then that's Sencha, pointing to the gold.
It's so good to see more of our kind here. We have had a couple run-ins with some chromatic type dragons, a black and a white one.
You've seen the abominations too, then.
We have. They're growing powerful, and from my understanding, they're quite evil, and they should be stopped.
They've sworn fealty to the dragon overlords.
What have you been doing to stop them or quell their growth?
We were on a ship that was sent as a envoy to find others of our kind from an island far to the south of here.
And did you find more?
No, we found nothing but disaster. Our ship was attacked in the night by what we're not even certain, and it was sunk. And we are the ones that remain. There was 30 aboard the ship when we left.
Did they come from the water?
No, came from the skies.
So I hear that you and the halflings here have been harrying the human tribe. Why is this?
Well, myself and my kin here try to stay out of the affairs of what happened here. Sometimes we'll accompany the small folk into the jungle. It's rare, but sometimes danger can be found within, especially at night. As for raiding the humans, I don't really know much of that. There are a few here who speak of doing such a thing, but
That was my thoughts. The humans told us we have met with them already, some of their leaders, and they are. The story they told us was that you're plunderers and raiders. So you and the halflings as well. And after hearing of my kin, I know that we're far more honorable than that, and we're no mere plunderers and raiders. So, but what are you doing on this island? Like, why are you staying here?
our ship was destroyed.
Are you trying to find a way off?
If one presents itself, we're not shipbuilders. We don't have the skills necessary to create a vessel that can survive out there, especially with the dead.
Would you consider forging an alliance with these humans? It has come to our knowledge that it's their intention to defeat these abominations of dragons, to fight them back and take back Jerholm.
If they can be proven to be honorable, they have attacked the settlement here.
I understand.
They've come in and they've murdered the halflings in their sleep and stolen supplies.
I think we need to make amends. I think the far greater evil here is these abominations of calling themselves dragons. They need to be stopped.
Yes, the corrupted ones do need to be stopped.
No matter what the fellow humans have done in the past, we need to move past that. As Dragonborn, we have greater wisdom than petty grudges.
It's not grudges that we seek, it's justice.
Maybe justice can be found a different way. Can we rest here and eat with you and talk more?
He looks over at Rodlin. Rodlin's like, if you wish them to stay near your homes, that's fine. But I do not wish them within the rest of the community.
Rodlin, will you join us as well? We would like to get to know you as well.
Let me check on Merriman first.
Excellent. Thank you.
And he wanders off back towards.
Okay.
Groundbox like, please accompany me. Rodlin takes off your mace.
It's not like I can't find it as big as him.
Right.
He kind of drags it off.
I wonder which halfling has my mace. Oh, the one that the handle's sticking up behind. I can see.
What do you guys think as we kind of start walking over there?
I think there's been unfortunate animosity between the peoples here. Because the story seems the same where we go. But one has to be false or both has to be false.
Not necessarily.
There is a third people that we might not be taking into consideration, though.
We'll speak to them as well. Definitely.
We run short on time, though.
It's not quite noon here yet still, so.
Yeah, but it's the second day.
I know. This is one day to get here. You talked to the
Right.
first settlement the first night. You have
Yeah.
4 days. So you have 2 full days. You have the rest of today and all tomorrow before you
And
have
then
to get
we
on your
can roll
raft
back.
and paddle back.
Okay.
I think from what we've seen so far, the greatest or the most grievous injury to trust was done amongst the halflings here, being slaughtered and killed at night. If this is true,
Well, the humans reported the same thing.
Right.
So either they're both doing it, and unbeknownst to the leaders, or there's some trickery about.
Maybe this
I'd like
last group is the one that's instigating the fighting between them. Maybe you're right
Because
with the
they
trickery.
seem neutral, according to the humans.
I don't know.
What if their neutrality is really just trickery?
Exactly.
I don't like it.
We shouldn't judge until we
Right.
meet them. Although they are referred to as the devils, so let's not put the same.
Sounds happy.
Although it was a devil man that saved us, if you remember.
Harlan was a tiefling.
He saved our lives.
He was your friend.
Oh, I didn't even put two and two together. Whatever, I don't care for tieflings.
So by nature they are quite tricky, and they aren't always seen in the best of light. But
True.
you're right, we shouldn't judge them first. But I think maybe Dava, you'd be well suited to gaining more information from your kin here.
I'm really bummed they weren't excited to see me like I was excited to see them.
I think they are on the inside. They just don't
Really?
show it because
You say that they're like walking past and shooting dirty looks.
I'm like,
Deep down.
I think they were, but I think you should maybe hold back on your emotions so much. They're a tough bunch, They've been through a
spitting
lot.
on the ground at your feet constantly.
so they haven't had the same experiences that you have.
I woke up in a crater
Ignore
with
the
you
fact
guys.
that
My
one of them are very
experiences have only been so-so.
You're the one walking by
Awesome
sharpening his knife, looking at you
experiences.
pointedly.
We're cool.
He's the friendliest of them
Just
all.
saying. What do you say? I think we should try to get a little bit more information.
Yes, but we should also try and scout out the other group before dark.
We still have
Might be
many hours.
safest to ensure that we're not there
It's
during
what,
the
noon?
dark.
It's not even noon yet.
It's not even new?
Let's spend a couple hours here.
Alright.
Maybe just get what information we can, see how much truth there is to their claims of murdering in the night.
Well, I'm not sure we would find out.
But I have a hunch that both of them are telling the truth, and really it's these devil men that are playing tricks.
I said that earlier.
No.
Or it could be simply that they've encountered slaves of the Dragon Master.
And they're playing them against each other.
Maybe. Let's find out. Dava?
You're looking at me.
I'm just enjoying this. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Dava,
We
go.
just want to unite the people for a common good.
Yes. We just want to unite
How
the
do-
people into an army so the Dragon Masters can kill us all together.
Right.
We don't want to die.
I want to die with my
When?
people.
Solid plan.
It's where I'm happiest.
How did
Didn't
it-
you notice?
How did these halflings look at Drimoyne?
Curious.
They
Yeah,
didn't
he's
seem
real
like,
tall for a halfling.
like very
It's weird.
not, I don't know, I guess like not trusting of him or like overly
They
suspicious.
seem that pretty much for all of you. Like even you and
Okay.
Dava are kind of like not really trusted yet.
All right.
But they definitely seem curious. I mean, at first, like with Lorik, they're like giving him the evil eye, like they're giving Loper as well. But then, like they kind of see that he's not human, and then there's a little more curiosity. But there's still like a distance of we don't know you, so we don't trust you.
Well, what do you guys think? I think Dava and maybe Lorik and Loper should. Loper, you should come with us. But Dava and Lorik, you should try to gain some information from the halflings. And then Loper
Where do you
and
think you're going?
we're gonna go talk to the dragon.
That's where we're heading.
Dragonborn.
Yeah,
Right?
you guys are all play.
Well, split up. So because we only
They
have a
told us
couple
not
hours,
to go in their community.
you can call them over. Rodlin was okay with talking to you.
No, I'm not going to.
Not you.
invade their space, and I don't recommend that any of you do so either.
I just stare longingly towards the halfling community.
So we stand
I'm
here.
like-
The
I'm-
community
You should have said something different.
It's really close.
We're going
to,
there.
Like, you
I'll
can definitely
follow
see the
you
family
then.
bonds, and they seem really warm towards each other.
And is it? It's like a puppy on the outside of the door.
She sees the cliff. I told her not to jump off. And
I kicked it up.
Okay. Then we stand here and gain no information.
we're going to talk.
Going to talk to
Yeah,
Gromlin.
you're going to talk to Gromlin. I'm staring at the
Grombach.
halfling community.
What?
Grombach.
Yeah. Rombot.
Going to Grombach.
We have more of dried fish.
They didn't give us any food here.
All right, let's go talk to Grombach.
Humans won. Halflings.
That's not how we're choosing sides.
Hey,
And how will they feed you?
I mean, that would be the most halfway thing to do, except but my people.
So yeah, you guys go over into where the dragonborn hobbit holes are.
Yeah.
I'm still staring at the halfling community, like right outside.
And they they go, like bring out some like blankets basically and put them down on the ground, and you guys can sit down. They don't let you in their houses now. You haven't been bedded properly. But they bring out some food, and it's a mixture of like, once again like cooked and mashed vegetables and fish and birds.
Any fish?
Fish
I have
and
my
fowl.
mashed vegetables. There you go.
No fish, thanks.
Say this, like, the cooking is definitely better.
Mm.
Like, there's a lot more like spice to their food too.
Because halflings like to eat.
Anybody have alcohol? Either place?
You haven't been served any.
Human 0, halfling 0, dragonborn 0.
This is not how diplomacy is done.
Oh, it is.
Poor hosts
Dwarven-
everybody.
Dwarven diplomacy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
So Groundhog's like, so you get you guys served up with your food and everything. And yeah, he's like, so you haven't seen any others?
Any other dragonborn like us?
Right.
None. Not a single one.
But
There was
you said you woke up on
some land, a few days away from here, a few days travel from here. So we're not sure totally
You have a
what
ship?
happened. We don't have much of a ship. We have a small dinghy that we floated here on from Jerholm. Not Jerholm, but the lighthouse.
the lighthouse.
As we were the ones that brought it back to life.
That explains it. Okay.
And
So you've been to Jerholm.
the lighthouse, yeah. Jerholm is a different place now. It's filled with these dragon masters.
We were following the stories of Jerholm, hoping we could locate it.
We know where it is. So the humans on the other side of the island are planning to raid these dragon masters and destroy them if possible. I think we have a common enemy.
I wish I could believe them.
Why? What have they done besides, you say, coming into
Besides killing everybody, really, what have
taking
they
your
done?
stuff.
Murder.
so they're good at killing things like
They're good at
Dragon
killing
masters.
people in their homes at night.
But they say you do the same thing to them.
Preposterous.
and they seem to think the exact same thing.
No. There are some of the small folk who've talked about retaliating.
Is it possible that some have
I suppose it would be possible. The little ones are quite adept at hiding and being quiet when they wish.
So then,
But none of your people have.
No, of course not. And like he looks around at them like
I eyeballed the gold thing
the gold.
because the Scarface lady was eyeballing him. So
Yeah, no, all of them are like, no, of course not.
Dragonborn's
Feel
word
like
is
they're
his
being
honor.
legit.
Well,
23.
yeah, no,
Okay.
they seem. So far, everyone seems like they're being pretty on the up and up. Yep.
Terrible people. Sorry, allergies.
What do you know of the third colony?
Oh, the tieflings. And like he really scowls, like, Quick pause moment here in the game, just as a reiteration. The big war that was going on when everything went awry, you guys were trying to get peace for, was between the tieflings and the dragonborn. So they're kind of like ancient enemies.
Got it.
Nothing to do with them. We understand there's some colony of them here as well, but
You haven't
they're
run
wise
into
enough.
them?
They're wise enough to steer clear of us.
How many of them live there?
You just said they stay clear of them.
The little ones were put off by their appearance, wisely so, and have stayed away from them as well. They seem content to hatch their foul plots.
What would it take to bring peace among you, the halflings, and the humans?
For myself and my kin,
Mhm.
the murderers brought to justice.
Okay.
Those responsible should be hanged for their crimes. Or drowned, or whatever method humans use. And then we could begin speaking of peace, if that was the case, if they were willing to extend that courtesy.
I just nod.
I think we need to go speak to these tieflings. If you were to find out that it wasn't actually the humans, but it was the tieflings playing their tricks, and
That would not surprise me if that were the case.
that
But
is
if you
the
could bring proof of that, then yes.
Have you or any of the halflings ever killed one of these human raiders or captured them?
No.
Have the Dragon Masters ever raided here?
Yes.
How frequently?
Very rarely.
And
We've
how
been
do
here, I think,
they-
6 years. I think it's maybe 4 times in that.
How do they come? From land or air?
Usually a boat of them arrives.
Okay.
let's finish our pleasantries here and go speak to
You guys have a
these-
nice meal. It's like a spicy hot meal, which is how Dragonborn prefer their food. Nice spiciness to it. So you really, really enjoy it. They'll be pushing the borders of the rest of you a little bit. Yeah. Okay, you guys enjoy your meal. Rodlin does eventually come back over with Merriman in tow. Merriman seems very begrudging to be here.
I greet them as soon as they start to walk up because I've been staring in that direction.
What do you say?
Hi! Because, that's my go-to, and they still don't look warm and fuzzy towards me.
Yeah, Rodlin starts to like kind of like give a wave, put his hand up, and like Merriman like grabs his arm and pushes it back down.
That was rude.
He's like, "No, they're not our friends.
But
regardless if she's one of us.
I'm your kin. And I look at him. Can I hear that?
Mhm.
I say, but I'm your kin. And I look at him. Sad eyes.
Merriman looks at you. He's like, from what family line do you come?
I don't remember.
And he like looks at Rodman like, see?
Yeah.
I think.
I woke up in a
Could-
crater.
Could they be any more
There's a lot
suspicious?
of supporting people to leadership around here. It seems like
I can cast detect magic.
What was it?
They might not like that though.
they might not.
It's a great way to start negotiations. Mind if I check? Make sure you're real.
I think we're looking for some kind of enchantment to see if somebody's in
Right, disguise.
or engulfed in. Well, he probably just doesn't like the fact that humans kill his people.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's yes, probably, but just in case.
You have to cast that to
Do they
detect
ask
magic,
us
or
any
can you
questions
do
at all?
Arcana.
Well, once you guys were like, we have amnesia and don't know anything, they kind of stopped prodding. Like, where'd you come from? Did you
We
see
don't
me?
know.
Like, sure, crazy people.
So I asked Rodlin, since he seems way more receptive than the
Mhm.
other halflings, how long the halflings had been on the island.
We ended up coming here just before the humans showed up here.
So there were halflings at the lighthouse as well. Do you know of any other halfling colonies?
No, we were all part of a group on an island, and the island was very unstable and was slowly sliding into the sea. And so we had to find a new place to live. And so we set sail, and about half of us made it here.
That must have been hard.
Mm-hmm. I was really young when we got here.
But I see that there's a lot of families now.
There are, and I mean, we talk every year of leaving, but we're not as proficient at shipbuilding, and of course, we spend so much of our time just gathering food, protecting ourselves from the dead and from the humans that we have little time to really focus on getting out of here.
I'm going to focus my senses and try to detect evil or fiends or anything like that around. Nothing. Okay.
I'm gonna have somebody do something back at you.
What are all dragonborn paladins?
Yes.
Racist.
Is that the correct term?
Speciesist? I don't know.
Speciesist. Yep. There are no celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
Other than Lord.
Undead.
He's the worst. He's an undead fiend.
So then,
That fell.
Yeah.
in my conversation with Rodlin, I also asked him if he has his own family unit here.
But the halflings basically elected Rodlin and Merriman to be the leaders of the community.
So are you like president and co-president?
Co-leaders of the community.
So why
they
does
don't think it's safe to have too much
Sort of
power in one
friend,
person's
can
hands.
see
And
if there's
because the
any
two of them
magic
actually
found
disagree
magic.
frequently,
Something is
it
wrong here.
works out pretty well. I mean,
Well, it could always just be on the
Usually nothing happens.
Know what we
Right.
want to do.
so why is Merriman
He's
so
sitting farther away.
against any form of
To be honest with you.
new?
probably
Just
his
see if
wife
he
was
can
killed
sense anything.
by a human raid.
I understand.
Why
I could
did
see.
he share such venom on you?
I mean, I'm just a halfling, but
Considers it a betrayal that she would be friends with a human.
guess that's fair. Perhaps we should get the leadership of all the companies together.
I don't think they're considered.
I don't know if that'd be safe.
My boss could oversee it. Let's go to the camera.
I look at
I was busy noting in book. What's happening?
I look at Rodlin. I think the humans say that the halflings and the dragonborn have raided their facilities as well. Have you guys ever gone over to the human camp?
We've talked about it, but no, we've never voted to have anything like that happen.
I feel like there's something mysterious about that. I think that there might be someone pitting you guys against each other to keep you from working together.
Why would someone want to do that?
Well, because think of the amount of power you could have if instead of killing each other, you had a common enemy.
Well, who would do that?
Haven't you been plagued by the Dragonborn? Or not the Dragonborn, the Dragon Masters.
We're no plagues.
The Abomination Dragonborn?
They do raid here from time to time, but usually they retreat quickly and do little damage.
My friends, this should be a very joyous occasion for us. It is the first time that our friend Dava has met with other halflings. It is the first time in a long time that I have met with my kin. And I would like to share with all of you a story of our past. A story of redemption and a story of goodness. And I'm going to stand up and go to one side so everybody has to look at me. The opposite side from which Lorik. So like Lorik. so Lorik would be at the back.
Sleeping blanket.
See if you can. So, and I'm gonna go. So Lorik is at the very back of the crowd, and I'm gonna draw all their attention, and like share a story that I remember of, like Dragonborn. Like
You don't remember any real stories. So
Okay.
You have to make it up.
all right, well then
Make it up.
Make it up.
On the fly, Amba.
Oh my gosh!
Which is
I
funny
can't make
because you
stuff
don't.
up on the fly. But I'm gonna.
Don't say you know a story.
Well, then I'm gonna share just like some words of wisdom, and like of inspiration.
Yes.
Cooperation between the
Yeah,
different peoples.
yeah, exactly.
You mean our group?
Yes, please regale them with how your group cooperates together.
Well, as all Dragonborn, I buoy up the group in the waters of drowning, preventing everybody from being drowned.
And I
Then-
stabbed at the bad thing.
And I get, Dava, come. Like you're very entertaining. Like you can help act this out. And
Does this mean I get to stand
basically,
on your head?
I'm trying my very best to get everybody's attention
cast
on us.
magic, then detect magic.
Okay.
So I do that.
You don't pick up anything strange.
Then I really try to listen to what he has to say.
I will talk about second chances and I'll focus especially on not interfering in duels no matter the outcome. No matter the outcome. Sometimes it is better to let the strength of one man's will.
They get the feeling at this point that the story isn't really about them anymore.
Weird.
Get the back up.
I cast
We don't know who you are.
friendship on him.
On who?
I won't resist.
I encourage him to tell a story of how great that I am.
But I will talk about.
You didn't resist. You have
No,
to
I
do
do.
it.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm going to talk about the great things that he has done. And,
Okay, what are they?
he saved me from. Wait, no, he didn't. No. He created the lighthouse, and I'm going to talk about the lighthouse and everything that we learned. Like
Oh, nice.
with the Lorik's power, great power, he created this thing to push back the undead and light the way for everybody to have hope
There
and
you go.
inspiration. in a dark world, like that are being tossed around by the waves and the storms of the sea.
You can have friends. You just have to magically manipulate them.
Magically influence everybody.
And they have to be willing.
No, you could have tested against it.
All right. So, you guys he gets done telling his story, and
So, do the other Dragonborn seem to think that it's weird that he let me climb on his shoulders while we told the story of the water weird?
Did you tell that story?
Heck yeah,
no,
we
he
did.
was telling that story, and he said, "Come over here, Dava." And I said, "Do I get to stand on your head?"
they reenact part of it.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's why I called
They
it
thought it
over.
was weird that they
Little
just, yeah. It's because we're friends.
We can all be friends like this.
That's a little too close,
Right.
probably, for them. They seem kind of like they like their space.
Want to be friends like that.
With a halfling on your head? I'm just a heavy
Best
hat.
way to keep rain off your head. It's like let the halfling absorb it. They're like sponges. Little sponges.
Like little murder sponges.
All right, so you finish your story though, and the Dragonborn's a little contemplative, listening to your tale of heroism and in lighthouses, and the few halflings who kind of were listening into same kind of thing. They definitely seem like they're listening to what you're saying. But Robin's, well, I suppose I don't see a harm in you having this, and he gives you your mace back. He's been dragging around with him, and you see
I pick it up. It glows.
you see Merriman off in the distance, scowl and turn and storm off. When that happens.
He's an angry little halfling.
It glows. I sheathe it, or however I
Hang it on your
feel.
belt.
Yeah, and it stops glowing.
Okay. So Grumbach looks at you, Ambath, and he's like, "So you really intend to go speak with the Devilkin?"
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if that's bravery or stupidity.
Maybe it's wisdom that
Probably
you
both.
don't see yet. Who's worse, tieflings that have really not bothered you much, or these tainted dragonborn, these tainted whatever they are? Which is the greater evil?
That is a question I ask myself frequently.
And what have you done about it?
Set sail and lost most of my friends.
To what?
The ocean.
Yeah, he.
I feel like you don't.
I know
listen.
that. I know that. Okay, I know that. But because they said that they didn't know what they lost it to. And so by him saying, I don't know.
I didn't say I don't ask the ocean.
They sunk. They're not good swimmers.
They said they were attacked by something, right? That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, the thing in the sky.
Yeah.
How many of your people are back on your home island?
Several hundred.
That sounds like fun. I like Dragonborns. I mean, Ambath is my friend. And sometimes I climb on him. It's great.
You know, in the wild, when a lizard climbs on top of another lizard, it's usually to get the better basking spot and show dominance. Just saying.
That's not what most lizards.
I need some more fish.
I've never seen that before.
Okay, I think on that note we should go.
To the devil, people! That sounds terrible. I don't want to go.
That sounds lovely. Sounds lovely.
No.
All right, so you guys head out back to the trail. The Dragonborn kind of escort you. The halflings part of the community seems like it's overcoming some of its suspicion, and like their natural curiosity is coming to light, and so the more people are watching you go, or maybe they're just happy to see you leave. But you have a bit more of a send off.
Very happily tell everyone goodbye, like cheerfully, bye, both hands waving. And then I tell them that I'll miss them even though I don't know them.
Okay.
Because I will.
And don't jump off that cliff.
And then you guys head back into the.
No,
Are you guys carrying your dragon globes with you still too?
Probably oughta, because I don't trust anybody here. Everybody's got zeros. Nobody scored any points. No dragon orbs for them.
Okay, fair enough. And
We're off to see the wizard.
back to the signpost, and then to the path not yet taken.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's about an hour and a half walk this time.
Oh,
A
jeez.
little further, a little more off the beaten path.
Just light uncowl with orbs while we're walking.
And it's well, you're not getting much sun here. You're under the jungle canopy, and this trail snakes a lot and goes up and down, and the ground gets kind of rough, and you cross a couple streams, and so there are springs here that are pushing fresh water, and yeah, it gets like just the extra activity too. It's warm, it's muggy, and by the end of an hour and a half, you're really just feeling the march.
Okay.
But you come out into an area, you feel like you've gone uphill quite a bit too. So you come out into an area, and this time it's a clearing, but there's no tree line on the other side. It's just a cliff on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a bunch of huts built here. These huts are like made from the materials of the plants and stuff around here. So they're not stone. They're more like straw huts. And you see what appears to be like 15 or 16 huts. And there's, once again, people out like tending gardens and just generally, doing villager type things. But everyone here is a tiefling. And, once again, you guys are kind of at that tree line in the shade still, being able to kind of observe as they kind of go about their business. So they got the horns, they got the tails. Other than that, they're very, human looking. A few devilish traits.
I'm hanging out in the tree line. I don't like that.
You want to come with?
Yeah.
Who's going up?
There's
You
no
two?
lumber.
Yeah.
You three staying in the tree line?
I'm staying in the tree
And
line.
you should probably came back until we talk to them.
You don't say.
Predisposed to distaste them.
Well, I mean, there's the whole war thing.
Minor details. I was waiting for Lord to be like, I go with Wilbur.
I mean, Harlan was your friend, but he was kind of an exception among his people.
Right. Okay, we
All right, so you two
show
head out.
ourselves.
Like when you guys go out, like a bunch of them like stop and like look your direction, kind of at once. And one of them just like throws like a stream of fire into the air in their hand, like just straight up in the air.
Yeah, like a flame.
Yep. And then like the rest of the village kind of like takes note of that, and like people kind of start wandering over. No one seems overly aggressive. Like they're not like pulling weapons or anything. And kind of similar to the first village you'd been to, a man and a woman step forward. For a tiefling, she's very pretty and has long, like just real orangey red hair. The male has like black hair. Both of them are cut just below like shoulder blade length, and he's devilishly handsome. But yeah, they walk over. They walk over to you guys as you two step out.
God damn it!
Purge it with
You
flame.
know what this mace does?
No, I'm like, hail!
The woman steps kind of half a step forward past the man. She's like, "Greetings. Surprised to see outsiders here."
Yes, we've been coming to all the villages on this island to speak to them.
You came all the way to our island just to come and speak to the villages?
Yes, the Dragon Masters want you all wiped out. We came to warn you and see what state your people are in.
That's interesting. And she kind of looks back, at the guy standing next to her, and he's like, I think you should probably talk to them. This is true. We're gonna need to do something. She's like, yes, you're right. Yeah, please come in.
We have other companions of other species. Will their presence be welcome?
I think so. Please bring your other companions out. How many are with you? It's like an army.
No, there are 3 others. But as I've said, we've gone to the other villages, and there seems to be some hostilities amongst them. So we did not bring everyone at once. Did not want to frighten or.
Oh, who are these others?
We have a dragonborn named Amba, a elf named Lorik, and a halfling. I don't remember her name. No, I'm just kidding. It's tough.
I don't remember that halfling's name. Jolie says it all the time.
And he's like, it'll be fine.
Would you go get him?
Thank you.
I'm Lofer, by the way.
Oh, I'm from. This is Balsh.
Is from the woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she seems to be taking the lead.
That's what I thought it was. You go get him?
Yep. Yeah, I left.
Okay.
So as they're there, like 3 other tieflings kind of walk up to, kind of join the group. 2 more men and a woman join the group, and one of the men comes over and puts his arm around around her waist, and she kind of leans up into him. And then the other guy walks up, comes over and starts talking to Balsh, and he's just like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, the stranger showed up, and there's apparently a dragonborn with them," and it's kind of filling them in what's going on. And then the other woman who walks up though is like, "From, what are you doing? You can't just let strangers come in here." And starts causing a little bit of dissent.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, "He'll be fine. I'll be fine." She's like, "Are they staying here?" She's like, "I don't know. I haven't talked to them." "No, you can't let them stay here." And so there's a lot of that, kind of going on. As you guys come over, then, but when you guys come out of the tree line, they all kind of get quiet though and watch because ancestral enemy walking up,
Right.
and a dragonborn.
Yeah.
Halflings are pretty much everybody's ancestral enemy.
That makes sense.
I get that.
But yeah, they're staring at you, but it's not with hostility, but more of surprise, that you would actually be walking up to them. Well, this is an interesting group you have.
We're eclectic.
Um, have you eaten? Can we provide some food for you?
No, we haven't.
I'm like,
Yeah, we've been well fed today.
It's been a couple of hours.
Not a long way.
I could eat. Well, some of your group seems famished. We can certainly share what we have.
I just kind of like roll my eyes when Top does this. I'm like,
Please follow me.
okay.
And she leads you over to like one of the larger of the straw huts.
chicken legs.
And he takes you guys inside, and it doesn't look like it's lived in. Right? Like it's not like assigned to anyone to live here. It's just like a big open area, more like a community gathering area. It'd probably fit like 15 to 20 people at once in here.
Oh wow,
And
that's like half their village or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah, about and there's crude but well made like stools and stuff in here too, and like low tables and everything. You guys can kind of sit down. And she like turns to the man that like had his arm around her, and she's like, "Mac, can you please bring food and drink? Nothing strong if we're going to be talking."
And I'm like, what?
No,
You have strong drink.
Yeah, Mac. He makes this fermented. It's made from some of the berries on the island here.
Only if it's not inconvenient.
No, not at all. I'm sure he'd be willing to. He'd love to get your feedback on it. Honestly,
Anytime.
Dwarves are renowned for having exceptional taste in things alcohol, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
some way to put it.
And
We just like all the tastes.
Dermoan's like favorite village.
You're
Devil
like,
people
what?
You guys need help?
So we need to wipe out these dragonborn halfling and humans.
Are they causing you trouble?
Proper diplomacy and etiquette wins every time.
And yeah, they bring back plates of food, and it seems once again like a lot more bird than fish, but there's fish there as well, and vegetables, and they all seem very well cooked, and very flavorful still. But yeah, the final piece for you is they bring these like crude wooden carved goblets full of like a pretty strong wine.
There's two.
Yeah, they bring like a picture of it, and like Max seems like really just pleased, like he's just really happy. Brings it in, just kind of smiling, kind of gives everybody a nod. I mean, they all seem really nice.
I'll give him the good sigh of satisfaction. You might like this.
It's basically wine. It's made
You've,
out of berries.
It's not so From's sitting there. She's like, "So you've already spoken to the other villagers,
Yes.
and they're willing to do peace?"
Well, they are both very hesitant because they think the other is raiding. Both sides accuse the other of.
Oh, so they're fighting each other.
That is what they say. What have your experiences with these groups been?
I've tried to make peace with them in the past, and I'm sure it's just like misunderstandings but they've done things to betray my trust.
Such as?
Stealing, mostly. Sneaking in and stealing.
Has there been any fights?
No fights. We're not violent people.
They haven't hurt anyone?
No, they've brandished weapons and able to take what they want and they leave without hurting anyone. But not as frequently as of late. But maybe it's because they're fighting each other now.
How long have you been on the island?
We've been here 200 years.
Okay.
We when everything fell apart, our people were from Jerome, and we came out here because we were afraid we would be persecuted for everything that was happening,
Sure.
and just came out here to make our own community. When the others showed up, a couple decades passed now. We were hoping that they would want to trade with us and work with us. And no, they just offered that and then stabbed us in the back.
Both groups or just one set?
Both groups. I believe the halflings were here first. And I'd heard that they had been joined by some of the Dragonborn. Is that where you're from? Are you two from the halfling village?
Not.
We just came from the lighthouse.
So what happened? We saw the lights were shining brighter.
We fixed it.
You fixed it. Really? How?
It's called a lighthouse.
You say?
I'm kind of like joking with these guys, but yeah, that's what I say.
It's your lighthouse.
We're from the past.
We woke up in a crater.
I don't understand.
Either
Somehow we got to this time.
So you're from before the collapse of everything.
We're from during the collapse of everything.
So you remember that, and then somehow, when did you wake up in the crater?
Well, it felt like a couple moments after.
Well, yeah, but time-wise, must have been 2 weeks?
So you missed like 200 years
Yeah.
of history. Oh.
From what we've gathered, the dead have risen, and the world has been flooded.
I understand that happened not long after the collapse of everything. All the unquiet dead. The cliff here is very difficult for them to climb. We have a few orbs that help keep them at bay.
Where do these guys get all our orbs?
You find them in the rocks. I mean, they're cheap.
They're from Jericho.
We used to have a significant number of books too, but the climate here has not been kind to them. We don't have the shelter to protect them, so we've been passing a lot of information on through oral tradition now.
Sure.
So Balsh is sitting there too and listening to all this, and he's like, yeah, we would really, really hope we could have peace between the groups, especially if the Dragon Masters have decided it was time to wipe us out. I guess then we're gonna need all the help we can get, right?
How sincere do they really sound?
Yola?
18? No. Yeah.
Very sincere.
Very sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes, I think we could attempt some kind of meeting between the leaders, perhaps, and try and figure out some kind of peace settlement. And I think you should all be prepared for whatever the Dragon Master's plans. They are hostile towards you, obviously.
See, like as you guys are talking in this place, dude, like the three other onlookers who kind of joined late are on like the outside looking in. They're not actually inside with
Sure.
you guys. But you can see like the one woman is like trying to like get like From's, you know, like kind of stands where she can see her, and she's constantly like,
Yeah,
nope,
nope.
don't listen to these guys. Mac, the guy who brought in the wine, is just basically just watching you guys, like gauging responses when you take drinks and stuff. Like every time you like go to like raise your glass, he kind of like tenses up a little bit. Like,
I'm gonna focus on that lady that's trying to get From's attention and say no, and see if I can sense anything from her, and just like really watch her.
I mean, there's like a little bit of fiend in everybody here
Right.
because they're tieflings, but
Well, like get a
They're
sense like for evil intentions or anything like that.
Just a
Because
skeptic.
there's, I'll say it later.
you don't trust the devil lady.
I don't trust. There's one person in every single town, just one person that's urging the leaders to say no. Every single
No,
town.
pretty much all the halflings were like.
Yeah.
Well, like Merriman was the most,
He's the most vocal. Yeah,
but it was like one real person that was like really saying no. Like don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
They've been fighting for decades
One person though.
that you've talked to.
Okay.
That's why I had actually detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
if you can arrange a meeting, then yes, then I would. Yes, I'd agree to do it. I would agree to do it.
Whose idea was the sign?
Oh, we put that sign up there a long time ago.
The one that says leave?
Obviously, it doesn't work.
Yeah, clearly.
Very nice.
Oh, I didn't put it up. Like our ancestors put it up.
Well,
History now.
what should we do? Set a meeting for like noon tomorrow and get all the leaders meet at the crossroads.
Yeah, the sign.
Meet at the sign. Nice.
The other
Irony.
two groups to agree.
We're kind of short on time.
Would noon tomorrow be sufficient preparation?
I think so. How are you going to ensure safety?
Our group will ensure the safety as a neutral party. And
She does the same thing. I know. That's awesome.
and
We're buddies.
Friend.
I like
No,
that
I
she's
didn't
just
have
like, what's
anybody.
your
you
point?
two are the leaders of this community.
I'm the leader. I just Balsh advises me.
Then bring Bosch and 3 guards, and we'll have each group do the same.
Okay.
If
You
you
think the
see
guards
more,
will be necessary?
no, it's just for your personal
Peace of
comfort. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we appreciate your cooperation and hospitality.
Very much.
So Max, like, so what do you think?
It's great. And, well, I explained to him, like, if there's, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Berries.
Yeah, he's
Did
just
you
like
burn this first, or is it
so. Yeah, he's just like soaking in what you're saying. You know, just like. I'm sorry it's because of impending doom that this has to happen, but I'm glad that this can happen. And yeah, Balsh was like, yeah, this is exciting. Hopefully, we can get everyone to work together and not have what happened last time.
What happened last time?
They promised peace and then robbed us.
But that was generations ago, correct?
No, we've only been here 20 some years.
It was when they first came. So it has been decades.
Oh, it's been happening since then. Every once in a while, they'll send an emissary to plead for peace. Well, honestly, we just want to be left alone, and then they steal from us. I think they almost do it to kind of scout us out, and foolishly we allow it because we hold out that hope that they've learned and actually seek to grow the community here. But
Hope.
Fromm gets up. She's like, "Again, thank you. And yeah, we'll extend our faith here."
Make sure that it is not unjustly founded.
So should we separate and send liaisons to both village or county? Or
What time of day? I mean, we've
So
done a couple long walks.
by the time you guys got here, it's a little bit afternoon, hanging
Yeah.
out here for a bit. By the time you get back to the signpost, it'll probably be like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, you and Amvoth could try and get the Dragonborn and Halflings on board while we convince the humans.
I feel like they're going to be the hardest to convince. The Dragonborn and the Halflings both are exceptionally stubborn.
Most of the halflings, I think the Dragonborn would be open to that conversation. And I think Rodlin actually would probably be willing to.
Miramim, I think, is going to be a problem.
We can do it.
We need one in every group.
You don't mind, I'll stay here.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe leave
Drimoyne.
Jermoyne. I was going to say
As-
Jerome, but Jermoyne
That could be the Rome.
with the tieflings. And then we can say that we brought our parties all together and we got an escort for their leaders.
An ambassador as such.
A mediator. A neutral party.
Switzerland.
I don't know that we should split up that much.
Okay.
Not that I doubt any of the groups, but there's clearly
Animosity.
some instigators somewhere.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out. We were tasked by the Dragonborn to come here and eliminate a threat. Is it everybody? Is it the humans? Is it the tieflings? Who is it?
Well, they were a nuisance, but we haven't really seen why they're a nuisance yet, other than existing.
Seems like the humans are the ones that are the nuisance to the Dragon Masters, as they seem to be the ones with the ships going out raiding or
They're
whatever.
definitely the most militant of the
Yeah.
groups.
I'm just curious
The other
what their
ones
thoughts were. Were
No.
we just sent here to die, or what? So,
Yes.
Maybe they know
Probably,
nothing
yeah.
about, or no, because they've attacked the other ones, the other groups. So
Well, some of those groups say, but they say the same thing.
Well, the halflings said they didn't have that many losses or anything, that they just retreated, and
Right.
but the Dragonborn said that.
Right, there's no
I'm just wondering
Dragon
if it would be
Master
easier to
ships.
get them to come
So
if we said, "Hey, we split our party up." So
if
that
they were
would
coming
come
by
safely.
ship and they were taking out the Dragon Masters, wouldn't they have a ship?
They said they retreated though to their ships and then left.
Mm-hmm.
But the humans didn't. They said that they fought them off.
Well, they fought them off.
Oh, okay. They didn't just kill all of them.
Right.
Gotcha.
Drove them back.
That's rarely how battles go.
Except in D&D groups.
Well, yeah. I understand what you're saying,
That
but
doesn't
at the
really
same
matter,
time,
actually, because the tieflings said they'd come.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What are you guys doing?
I'm headed back to the Halflings
Well, you're all
and Dragonborn.
walking
Right.
an hour and a half, winding, nasty trail
Right.
back to the signpost.
And we're having this conversation
Yeah, yeah.
during that.
Are you staying behind?
I think I can.
It will have you, but
They really don't seem that keen on the idea. Like,
yeah,
come back tomorrow and get us.
right.
Oh, we have to come get you? It's
Well-
an hour and a half.
No, we have to walk.
Peace isn't worth the walk. Just farm away.
I mean, we don't need to get you if you're going to come.
Yeah.
They'll come. We'll meet you at the signpost.
He just wants to drink. He loves that elderberry wine that you're serving him.
Oh, the elderberry. I think it's
Get you a go cup.
excellent. Red Solo.
They get you a skin, like a wine skin.
Ooh.
You can be good for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To the edge of the
Halfway to the sign, he turns around.
I'm going
Where are you going? I'm out.
Gotta get more.
Refill.
Oh my goodness. So we're doing this or what?
Yes.
All right. So you guys, hour and a half walk back to the sign.
Yeah.
Then we split up.
Yeah.
Right.
As you guys get up to the sign, this is where we're about getting close to our end point here.
Okay.
So we'll find a nice, fun place to end it at.
Mm.
As you guys get back to the sign, you come up to there's a signpost and all the foliage and everything around, and there's this. You walk past it several times now. This big, kind of like moss-covered boulder that's sitting there. Like a boulder, it's like probably like 4 feet around. And as you guys get close, it gets up.
Mm.
Like, you hear this, and it stands up, and like arms kind of come out of the side, and they're kind of like a leathery arm out of the sides, and legs out of the bottom of it, and like a head kind of comes out of the top, and it's this turtle creature standing on its hind legs. As it stands up, it like grabs a staff that was like one of the multiple branches looked like down in the and it plants the staff in the ground, and it kind of like just slowly looks over all of you, blinking a couple of times. So, more monsters have come to my island, and we're going to end it there.
It's kind of rude.
Super rude. Maybe it's his sign.
He wants to share drinks. Yes. But I know.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up there, and we will hopefully conclude the adventure on the island next week. To our viewers, I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to follow us or subscribe. Subscriptions help the show go on and bring more content to you. Also, if you missed any of the show or any of the previous shows, feel free to go back and watch it on YouTube. We are uploading all of our shows to YouTube as well under Chaotic Knight Network. We do have a goal this month too to try to get to 250 followers. So if you know anybody who would like to watch a good D&D show, please send them our way, and we'll be giving out a giveaway at the end of the month to when we get back from Gen Con to one of our subscribers. And any shout outs you guys want to do before we wrap up for the night? No?
Everybody.
I don't have any.
Love you guys.
All right, real quick, I'm going to just award a flat 500 XP to everybody too for role playing and participation tonight.
The award's not my beard.
We
You only
braided
get
it.
300 points because
we
it was-
braided Mike's beard and turned it into a keychain for a lucky viewer. No,
That's disgusting.
that's terrible.
It's real human hair.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for tuning in tonight, and follow us on our social media. And you can go to our website, chaoticnight.com, and find all our information there as well. Otherwise, we will see you guys next week.